Old track, new cars, a title battle that's really heating up and drivers that really need to step up their game. We're talking about all this and more on today's episode of Crash Course. Hello and welcome to Crash Course, the show where I, Mr. Aidan Rule, take you through everything you need to know in the build-up to this weekend's Grand Prix. This week we're heading to the iconic Principality on the south coast of France, home to the rich and famous, including 7 of our current grid. It's a location as iconic as it is notorious for providing slightly less than exciting races, especially in the current era of Formula 1. But even still, the sight of the Formula 1 cars dancing inches from the wall of this circuit is a spectacle in itself. Of course, I'm talking about F1's most recognisable circuit. It's Monaco. At 3.3 kilometres, Monaco is by far the shortest circuit on the F1 calendar, with the city streets welcoming Formula 1 since 1950, with Nelson Piquet memorably describing driving the track as being like riding a bicycle around your living room. This year, however, we will see the new 2022 era F1 cars take to the circuit for the very first time. And it's safe to say many fans and pundits alike are a little bit sceptical on how this race will go. With the new cars being both heavier and less agile at slow speed than the previous generation, there is a real worry that overtaking at the track may have just gotten even harder. No, I'm just praying we don't get a repeat of the 2003 race where there was a grand total of 0 overtakes on track. Yes, that's correct. 0 overtakes. I won't be the only one praying going into this weekend though, as Monaco native Charles Leclerc will be hoping to finally catch a break this week at his home Grand Prix. Now, Charles' history with racing at Monaco isn't great, and by that I mean the man is cursed, like seriously. 2017 F2 feature race, he had a suspension issue. 2017 F2 sprint race, an electrical issue. 2018 F1 race, brake failure. 2019 F1 race, he had a collision. 2021 F1 quali, crash. 2021 F1 race, gearbox failed thanks to the crash the day before. And even just a couple weeks ago during a historic demo run, the car's brakes failed on him and he crashed Niki Lauda's 1974 Ferrari.
I am never gonna financially recover from this.
Despite all this bad luck though, let's focus on the positives, okay? When his car is working and he's not crashing, Charles is actually quite rapid around Monaco. So can this year finally be the year he breaks the curse and takes home a win at his home circuit? Only time will tell, yet at least one man will be out there trying to stop him. As Max Verstappen comes into this weekend as the new title leader, looking to make it 5 wins already and continue his 100% streak of finishing first every time he finishes. The Dutchman has undoubtedly been on top form this season, and it's likely if his Red Bull didn't decide to give up in both Bahrain and Australia, that he'd be leading the points much earlier than now. But still, it's far from over yet. With Leclerc looking to bounce back from his own reliability issues last week, which cost him the win in Spain, there is just 6 points separating the two now. So expect them to be throwing everything at it this weekend, especially during qualifying. As given how hard it is to overtake round here, start position will be everything. Side note though, people, if you're one of those fans that just watches the races and doesn't really watch qualifying, do me a favour this week and watch qualifying. You won't regret it, it's the best session of the year, I promise you. Aside from our 2 title contenders though, another driver who really needs to make Monaco a good weekend is Carlos Sainz, who at his home race last time out had another subpar showing, spinning himself into the gravel as he got caught out by the wind into turn 4. This cost him in the end what could have been at least a podium at a race where he should have been fighting for the win, as his teammate Leclerc had a demanding lead up front before eventually retiring. This downward spiral of form, which seemed to start for Sainz in Australia, has meant that the Spaniard is under ever-increasing pressure as he faces criticism from fans and pundits alike, with 1997 champion Jacques Villeneuve coming out saying he is clearly not at Leclerc's level, so he really has to be on the edge at all times to keep up. That shouldn't happen in a car that can win races and the championship. So definitely want to keep an eye on this weekend, lads, since it is becoming slightly make or break for him now, as it won't be long till the Ferrari team call it a day on his championship challenge and cement him as a pure second driver there to assist Leclerc against Verstappen. Stepping back from the drivers though, let's talk about the weather. Christ, I sound British, don't I? Now I know it's still early in the week right now and the weather gods can be unpredictable at the best of times, but early forecasts show heavy rain and even thunderstorms from Saturday through to Monday. Now knowing how this usually goes, it means we'll get excited for a wet race before the clouds magically disappear the time race day comes. But if we do get rain this race weekend, what a race we're in for, boys. Since with rain comes mistakes, and mistakes at Monaco equals crashes, and crashes equals chaos. The last wet F1 race we had at Monaco was in 2016, and that was decent by all regards. We had top runners paying the price for their mistakes, a load of pit stops as the track transition from wet to dry, and we even ended up with a midfield car on the podium. So if we had all that again, that'd be ideal. But let's stay calm, right? Come on, let's not jinx it, let's relax. If it happens, it happens. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be, lads. In terms of off-track action though, be on the lookout for countless special Monaco helmets this weekend, and of course an ungodly amount of celebrities all over the place. So if after Miami you thought you'd escape the celebrities and awkward grid walks, bad news, you're wrong. My predictions this weekend, I'm saying Leclerc pole and Leclerc win. But maybe I'm just being ambitious, you know, Verstappen's form at the minute is really good, so I wouldn't be surprised if he goes out there and does take the pole and the win himself. As for my bold prediction though, I'm saying that Lance Stroll will get points. Can't wait for that to age like milk. But for now, boys and girls, that's it from me. That's everything you should need to know ahead of the 2022 Monaco Grand Prix. Let's hope it's a good one, but if not, do not worry, because either way, I'm going to be here to recap and talk about it all with you lot, so yeah, let's hope it's good so we have something to talk about, eh? But until then, I've been Aiden, and this has been Crash Course. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.